All all right, folks. Looks like we're ready to get started. One sec. There we go. So we ended up having 9 people check in. Looks like Vicky is not here. Uh, and Mochungo. I mean, Mochungo's in the lobby, but he's on Wi-Fi, and I don't usually let people on Wi-Fi enter my tournaments. I'm going to give him a chance just to correct on that. But if not, unfortunately, considering the connection quality is probably going to be like it's already gonna be pretty bad for folks. But this is gonna be a for fun event. It's gonna be single elimination. All right, yeah, I'll give him a chance to get wired on whatever account it is. That brings us up to, it looks like 10 people, which is pretty good for me. Yeah, I would assume, because it's a pain to log out and log into Fightcade. Uh, from experience, like they give you a long password and you can't really change it besides emailing them. All right, let's formalize that check-in. And first up, we can get Krongo Kong versus Zero Aaron on stream. Yeah, I know player side is a thing. I don't think it super matters for Samchai as it stands, but I'll just go with whoever's first shows up first on the bracket. Yeah, and it'll be best 2 out of 3. Oh, Vicky, you forgot to check in. Let me just check something real quick. This is gonna be kind of weird. Let me see what I can do bracket-wise.
Samchay wins! Round 2.
Okay, so this doesn't change up the bracket plan too much, so you're good. Alright, so we've got Krunko versus Zero Aaron here. Let me... yeah, you're good, Vicky. You can still play. I had to check that it didn't mess up any of our existing matches, and we're fine. There we go. We're in here. Pretty even game so far. As I've said, Samchai is a comparatively really honest character in this game. That doesn't mean he's without like good moves though. His specials, whoa, nice cross up. His specials are all pretty good, honestly. The knee is definitely going to give people problems. So the way knee works is it's -1 or -3. You know, you can do it and you can throw punish it, but you can punish it with throw, but if he's too far for you to actually throw him, then it becomes kind of a dicey situation where you're guessing, is he going to do knee again, which will beat your whatever you do? Rather, if you knee after him, you'll win. But if he sits there and blocks, he can punish your knee, obviously. So it puts you into kind of a weird 50-50. But the difference between him and other characters is like, you know, the top tiers in this game, Ray, Lee, Zazie, even characters like Mizoguchi, Jin can just kill you off one opening, and he can't really do that. And he's also got a pretty easy to hit weak spot here. Yeah, Zero Aaron doing the Samchai stuff, kind of keeping him in the corner.
Samchay wins.
That is going to be 2-0 Zero Aaron. Or, yeah, that's 2-0. It took a second to update. Yeah, 2 out of 3. So yeah, that's already our first set. So like I said, I'm going to stream all of this. I think Mochungo is on Crow. Yeah, okay. So let me just make sure I've got that written down. Yeah, this Samchai would be pretty good if you threw him into like Super Turbo or something. He's got good buttons. Some of the funny things that like suck for him, besides the weak spot, is like he can't chain any of his buttons except for crouching light kick. And like again, he's not gonna do like severe damage if he ever gets you. He's gonna do like maybe 30% tops. Yeah, the knee is kind of what's keeping this character together, but when you don't have like the top tiers to deal with, it's pretty ridiculous. The main thing is like if you if you both do it, I mean if he's doing knee and then you do knee back to him, you're probably gonna win out. Just if he's already like coming from a slight advantage there. But the other thing is the upwards knee is probably going to prioritize like anything he wants to throw into you. Oh, did someone not get the memo? All right.
Versus round 1, fight!
I will say like with how accessible some of the bullshit is with the other characters, like I will not pretend that Lee is not an easy character to play. In some ways, this game can be less forgiving than Super Turbo just because there's less of a chance people are going to drop stuff, right? But on the other hand, like moves like Karnov's balloon, you're not going to find something like that in any other game.
Round 2, fight!
So it kind of depends on what you're looking for. Right. Yeah, we are both just throwing it out there. It looks like Max Caulfield's up a bit, which makes sense. I've seen Max around in different tournaments. Okay, both of them jumping there, funny enough. Okay, gets the throw. Is that going to kill? Yeah, that's going to take it.
Samchai wins!
unfortunate, so Max Caulfield is up 1.
Samchay. Round 1. Fight.
It's so easy for people to like want to counter pick a character against this guy. His weak spot really is one of the worst. Okay, we're jumping. I guess jumping is kind of a counter to the knee. Samchay certainly has a really good jumping heavy kick for that. Oh, this should be it. Now it drops a combo.
Samchay wins.
I think, like overall, Samchai's got one of the better fireballs.
Fight.
It's actually really similar to like Ray's overall. It has a bit more startup and less recovery, so it's honestly really good. The thing you're seeing in the mirror though is that it hits his weak spot pretty easily, which sucks for him. Okay, timing was a little off on that Oki attempt. This might be Crow's game here. Okay. Oh, gets somewhat of a punish.
Samchay wins.
Alright, so this one's going down to the wire.
Final round.
Oh no, sorry, I misread. I thought that was Crow's. Okay, get the full punish. Just go for the knee. It's very funny saying this, but even Samchay needs to like optimize his punishes a bit. Usually like standing heavy kick into knee is gonna do like 30%, maybe 40, counting for the weak spot. That's gonna be 1 on the board for Crow now, so we're going into our last game in the set.
Samchay. Round 1. Fight.
Oh, that could have been a cross-up attempt. And yeah, Fireball's like solid for just preventing them from spamming me at you, because it's not going to go through a Fireball, but
Round 2. Fight.
the problem is playing at a range where if he does hit you with me, you know, he knocks you down and kind of gets to run the mix on you. Oh my god. Somebody stop this man. Okay. Yeah, now Max Caulfield's up here. And yeah, like that heavy fireball is surprisingly fast. It's pretty good at keeping you locked down no matter where you are. That's going to be the set for Max Caulfield though. 2-1. Well fought, definitely. So next up is going to be Thoughtbuster versus Vicky Viper. The thing with Samchai is like his lack of chainable buttons almost makes sense. Like crouching jab isn't that crazy. Both standing jab and standing light kick, honestly pretty good buttons. Well, they probably shine more in other matchups than in the mirror. And Samchai is funny, even like character design wise, he's like he kind of sounds like an old man, but he's only supposed to be like 30 years old. He's seen some shit. But yeah, we should be getting Thoughtbuzzer versus Vicky up next. And then with the rest of the bracket, we've got players like Golden Shades and Generic Soda, which will be exciting to see. While I'm here, though, I do want to give everyone a reminder. We've got lots of events coming up for Karnovember. It's going to be some videos. I'm going to be streaming more casual stuff like other Karnov related games. This Monday it's going to be Chelnov, which I haven't played, like, I don't remember if I've ever actually played the game, but I'm going to try the arcade version first. Then we've got these other videos coming up. I did already post about how to deal with Balloon, so that's on my YouTube and socials, so you can check that out. Then we got tournaments. Standard bracket is not going to be Alex Alchemy's charity thing. That's been moved to next month, but the bracket is going to happen November 16th. AutoZade's checkout. So I posted that on Blue Sky and everything. We'll get right back into the tournament here. All right, we're ready to get into it. This looks like Vicky on player 1 side, Thought on player 2 side.
Round 1, fight!
Yeah, we might be seeing a lot more Fireball in this matchup if these two can play at the right range for it. All right, gets the knee. The funny thing about Samchai's grabs, being one of the handful of holds in this game, it still knocks down though, so you're not getting resets like ST or whatever. But in the original game, Fighter's History, which I'll be up front, that's not a very good game, but Fighter's History, his throws can hit the weak spots. So he's very good for like arcade, like 1cc's or achievements or speedruns or whatever. Be very cheesy like that.
Samchay wins!
I think everyone should try out Fighter's History just to see like the historical context of like Fighter's History, which is this game that seemed like easy prey for Capcom to sue them for ripping off Street Fighter 2, and Data East actually won that lawsuit, and that kind of paved the way for a lot of innovation and freedom in the fighting game market. That's really good for us. But that game came out like 1 year before this, so in the span of a year they like totally, you know, revitalized the game, made it something faster with chain combos and all this stuff. Okay. All gets a throw, gonna do a good chunk of damage. But yeah, Karnov's Revenge is interesting. It's got like damage scaling for combos, even though it doesn't help too much because it's still like, I think at worst you're getting like 75% damage on normals and like 50% on specials. So those initial hits of the combo are still doing pretty hefty damage. All right, that's already one on the board for Vicky. Yeah, I think sometime earlier this year there was a leak of, or like an archival of a DVD or like a VHS of Data East side of the lawsuit, like a video of this woman breaking down in legal terms why these characters aren't rip-offs. And it's really funny, but it's also like genuinely kind of informative, right? They're talking about like the character inspirations and the way they act in the game. It's really funny. It's really funny having her explain how like Chun-Li is not a serious character compared to Fei Lin. Oh, jumping heavy kick to snipe knee there.
Samchay wins!
Vicky manages to barely find her way out of that one.
Round 2, fight!
Yeah, Marstorius is obviously nothing like Zangief. You think she said it wrong on purpose, just to mess with them? Oh. Alright. Looks like Thoughtbuster's in a bad spot. Okay, they've both got one hit left on the weak point, so if any of them, one of them slips up, ooh. I actually did not think the knee would go through the fireball like that. I guess Vicky was just at the right range for that. So she's going to move on in bracket. All right, so Golden Shades and Zero Aaron are going to be up next. So yeah, I'm fully expecting this to be done within like the hour, which will be fine for everyone, I think. But I don't have too much to say about like the game right now. It's I think there's been a bit of a waning interest in Fightcade and stuff in the past couple of years now that like games like Street Fighter 6 are out with good netcode and everything. But you know, I still love this game. It's very new to my heart. But this will probably be like my last time organizing stuff for it semi-consistently. So I also decided to take a chance to like make all these videos and kind of wrap up any loose ends. So I feel like, you know, the stuff like the player side, like the corner cross-ups and the frame advantage and stuff isn't as well covered as it needs to be. So I figure I'll at least put out these resources for people, and if anyone ever wants to get into the game, they'll have no problem with it, right? And I'll always be around to play, but it's not quite as competitive as it used to be, and that's fine. You know, there are so many games out there. Right, really aggressive play coming out here from Golden Shades. Kind of takes a few hits early on, though, so Zero Aaron is going to take that round.
Samchay wins! Round 2, fight!
That's also why, like, for example, I chose not to run this game back at Frosty Faustings this year. Even though I totally could have, I think, like, Cyberbots at this moment is a lot more interesting to me, so that's just where we stand. But I'm really happy for, like, the last 3-4 years or so of my involvement with this game. We've seen some really cool, really fun, interesting stuff from players like Hibachi Final, Moo Master, Golden Shades, you know, Jackie Raider and Yuri Best Girl, who Yuri will probably be around for the standard bracket at least. Ooh, okay, stun, and that's gonna be the game. Yeah, Lee is like one of the earliest like Bajikwan characters in fighting games. It's kind of crazy when you think about it. Predated Virtua Fighter. Severely predated like Yin and Yang in Street Fighter 3. Come to think of it. Wow, really aggressive play coming out here from Golden Shades though.
Samchay wins!
Golden Shades is a very good player who understands like everything that a character can do, so it's not just about relying on their strongest moves. And the sort of elbow knee attack that SoCal that he does. It's pretty good for chip damage and his like plus on block, so he can, if he's at the right range where he can kind of throw it out, it's you know, it's a solid option if you've got them locked down. Okay, gets the throw punish there. Tries for the meaty fireball. Golden Shades has a few setups that even I'm not totally prepared for sometimes. I think one time we played this mirror and he did like was it knee into the corner and then he jumped back and did knee. And like landing meaty knee made it plus. That was a pretty good situation for him there.
Samchay wins!
Back to the match at hand though, it looks like Golden Shades has got a pretty convincing lead here. Right? Zero Aaron gets the sweep to start off, and now he's doing some pretty straightforward but effective mix, which is kind of this character's MO. Yeah, alright. Backdashes for the fireball. And yeah, that fireball from the right distance into the knee is pretty much, you gotta hold that. And uses the light fireball there for Zero Aaron to jump into it. That is going to be 2-0 for Golden Shades. Awesome. Okay, next up we're going to have Doom Man versus, what was it? Thiago Almeida BR. Doom Man from Romania. So this, hopefully the connection is not too bad, but you know, it's all for fun. Oh, Portugal. Okay. I was I was expecting it to be Brazil. If it's Portugal, then it's not as bad, right?
Samchay.
Yeah, Golden
Samchay.
Shade's easy. Uh, at
Round
least
one.
contender for
Fight.
all-time best player of this game. At least outside of Japan. I'm not too well versed in like what the scene in Japan is like and how they compare to our players. I feel like they haven't had too much interaction between those regions just because they're not coming out to tournaments and stuff over here. Because there aren't really a lot of like offline tournaments for this game as far as I can tell. I think one of the, was it
Samchay
Anime Evo
wins.
2018 or something, had
Round
a
two.
pretty sizable tournament for this,
Fight.
but I don't remember if any Japanese players were there. And it looks like it's Man hitting the throw. Yeah, so you saw right there, if you attack later, if you use reversal knee later, you're gonna win. Alright. Man has got Thiago in the corner there, but there's a pretty big life lead to overcome here. And that might be it. Oh, very close. Oh, alright. We're in there. Oh, yeah, just reversal, heavy knee.
Samchay
Knee also comes with a
wins.
bit of invincibility, which is kind of weird. And that's a bit of a thing in this game. Similar to like Ray's wheel kick is
Samchay.
also an invincible move
Round
despite kind of
one. Fight.
moving forward like that. Wheel kick is sort of a better version of knee, but it is punishable, but it's, with an asterisk because it's kind of tricky. It can be like -4 or something from the wrong range. If you can't crouch under it, which Samchai can't crouch under wheel kick, for example, then you'll have a pretty hard time punishing it. Okay, looks like Man is up here, but a couple mistakes could bring this back for Thiago Almeida BR. Oh, one of them's got to send it. Ah, there it is.
Samchay wins. Round two. Fight.
All right. Good throw. Nice. Hits the outstretched arm with jumping heavy kick. All right, now we're in stun range. You got to worry about stun. Wow. Awesome game. Okay. Both of them are one hit away. This could be the game. Oh, yeah, that's going to be it for sure.
Samchay wins. Final round. Fight.
Right, going for the knee on round start. I like the neutral jump there. That could have worked, but it was a little bit off. Another weird thing with Samchai is like he doesn't. His heavy normals are a bit underwhelming outside of sweep. So if he wants to do combos, it's like you want to do standing heavy kick, but it's a bit short range for what it is. And standing heavy punch can be crouched by, I think, everyone else. But I think
Samchay wins.
standing heavy punch does not go over crouching Samchai, so it's a bit more useful in the mirror. Looks like Thiago's going to take that 2-0. And we'll get Generic Soda versus Max Caulfield up next. But yeah, once again, I want to remind you all, we've got a standard bracket coming up next week. That's going to be Sunday, November 16th at 3 p.m. And then we've got a beginner bracket coming up for the week after that, November 23rd. That's also Sunday, same time. So definitely check that out. We'll see how the beginner bracket goes. I think a game like this could use it just because when you've got an experienced player who has like confidence in calling their shots, the games can be over very fast. Arguably more so than ST. Which again, this game's gonna keep drawing comparison to, you know, Street Fighter 2, obviously. I do think they've got their own, you know, pros and cons, and you can like one and not the other. You can like both. That's where I've settled on it. A pretty nice combo. Goes in for the throw too. Looks like Max Caulfield is just barely down, but this could bring this back. Nice. It was a close one.
Samchay wins! Round 2, fight!
But I'll probably be around for non-Samchai games as well later, although I gotta go out for dinner soon enough. Alright, gets the throw. Pick throwing in this game is pretty interesting too, in that the main advantage is that throw ranges are big, and I think they're pretty much universal outside of the command grabs. But there is pretty generous throw protection. There's I think 6 frames on wake up and after block where you cannot be thrown. So throwing someone is more a matter of psyching them out into, you know, blocking an incoming crouching light or a sweep and then throwing them.
Samchay wins!
They expect the button, they sit there and block, you can easily throw them from a range.
Fight!
Yeah, exactly. This game and Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo are the Ryu and Ken of fighting games. Exactly. Well, this game is honestly kind of the Fei Long of fighting games. Alright. Both of them are in a pretty even position here. Alright, Generic Soda is up a bit. Gets stunned though. This could hurt. Oh, the cross-up? Not low enough to actually get the combo. Alright, yeah, we're going to be throwing fireballs. Nice. Gets him from all the way over there. Oh, one more hit? Oh no, that's going to be it. Yeah. What's the score on that? That is 1 for Max Caulfield.
Samchay, round 1, fight!
Because a lot of the characters kind of want one thing, and it's to kill you. Although, when you get down to it, like, the characters are pretty different from each other. It's just that, like, in a lot of matches, it comes out to where both characters are very good at doing damage to each other, like Ray and Lee, or you know, Karnov and Zazzy. Matchups like that, where both characters kind of kill each other very quickly, come up in this just because of the weak spot system. Arguably, the Samchay mirror is one of those too, where he hits his weak spot better than a lot of characters do in the mirror. Lee is a funny one because his weak spot's usually pretty hard to hit, but like Ray's Thunder Dynamite Tackle hits it consistently. So in that matchup, both those characters can dizzy each other and kill each other pretty easily. But we'll probably see more of that in the beginner and standard brackets. Alright, we're both just kind of counter fireball zoning here. Yeah, doing knee through fireball is pretty unreliable unless you actually clip their arm, which there's a pretty specific timing for that to happen, and it's harder than it looks. Okay, this should be the game.
Samchay wins! Final round, fight!
Okay, good throw into the corner. Yeah, keeps landing that jumping light kick a little too high. Jumping light kick's much easier to cross up with than heavy kick, but it can lead to that kind of sack throw situation, which is usually a lot more common in ST, because in ST all jump-ins have the same hit stun, which is kind of an oddity of that game. Okay, gets the throw punish again. Oh, this is down to the wire. One more hit could do it. Oh, I don't know what happened there. That was probably a mistimed safe jump or something there from Max Caulfield.
Samchay
So
wins.
Generic Soda ties it up, and we are going to last game here in this set. Samchay is kind of a character that does what you'd expect him to do, so it's going to be in minor adjustments in terms of like timing and the choice to maybe hang back in fireball zone and stuff like that. Interesting use of the jumping light kick though. That's a pretty solid button. Oh yeah, goes for the fireball cancel a little late there. You can delay your special cancels a lot in this game, which is kind of fun. Okay, Max Caulfield trying to make something happen, but Generic Soda is able to keep it cool and chip out with the fireball.
Wins. Round 2, fight!
This could be the win for Generic Soda, but yeah, both of them starting off this zoning war. Okay, nice, good jump back there. I think in general, jumping back heavy kick is a pretty good option in neutral to kind of try and call out knee if you want. Doesn't run the risk of, you know, neutral jump and landing on a fireball if they choose to throw fireball again at that range. Or instead, not again. Okay, throw punish, yeah. Generic Soda is pretty consistent at those. Oh, the weird fireball trade where it still comes out. Okay, this isn't going to be it, but we're very close to like a chip situation. Or any straight knee, yeah, just like that. That is going to be 2-1 for Generic Soda.
Samchay wins.
And we'll get Jacob Drag versus Vicky Viper. All right, what are we doing here?
Samchay.
There we go, that's normal.
Samchay.
That's good and normal in this fighting game. Okay, looks like we've got Jacob Drag on the right here as Gray Samchay. Jeez, you gotta remember to counter match that as well, otherwise you're gonna be eating a ton of damage for no reason. Oh, I'm surprised. That was probably a heavy knee that the second hit was supposed to connect. Oh, and the reversal throw.
Samchay wins.
But yeah, in addition to like the more expected grounded cross-ups where he kind of does knee and then lands, sometimes Samchay can cross you up with the knee on wake up. It can be kind of tricky to actually space, especially because you do have like a physical push box a little bit before you're actually vulnerable. It might be character dependent or something, but I've seen it happen in this bracket earlier, so we'll see if anyone else is able to pull that off.
Final round, fight!
Samchay is weird because he doesn't look that tall, but he has the tallest crouching hurt box. taller than even characters like Zazzy or Marstorius, so that can work against him sometimes. Alright. This is knee, yeah, that's knee territory. When you're in that position where you're just one chip away, it's very hard for you to fight your way back. But you know, Samchai's a funny guy at the end of the day. He's working with a little less than some of the characters, but when it's only Samchai, that kind of doesn't matter. And yeah, this was directly inspired by an event in Japan, which reportedly got 48 players for Samchay-only, so there's some kind of magic when it comes to this character. People like him. I think he's not a bad character to learn the game with either, if even like in any character environment. I mean, obviously he's a hard sell over the top tiers, but he's pretty much got everything you need. He just doesn't have insane damage. Oh, and we're going to see the upwards knee too. That brings up a funny thing, which is that this game does not have Shoryuken inputs. It does not have 6-2-3 inputs, it has 6-1-3 inputs. Forward, down, back, down, forward. Which can make them kind of hard to do under like, you know, tense situations where you got to do them quickly, but you know, it's a good move to have on hand. Samchai's upwards knee has a lot of invincibility, so it can kind of phase through fireballs and all sorts of stuff. It'll kind of blow anything up that runs into it, but it doesn't have much forward range, obviously. It just kind of goes almost straight up. Okay, mix up. Nice block from Vicky. Right, looks like we're 1 point away from Dizzy on Jacob Drag's side. Now both of them are flashing vulnerable here. Alright. Oh, and goes for the empty jump low. That's nice. That could have been thrown, but even no matter how hard Jacob Drag mashes, I don't think that would have killed in that situation. Looks like we're 1-1.
Samchai, round 1, fight!
Right, nice throw. Yeah, that's... I think if you get more than like 5 hits, you can tell the other guy's not mashing. He might not know that you can mash against that. I mean, even though that part does take after SF2, there are a lot of games that have throws that look like that, which just do a fixed number of hits, so it's a fair mistake.
Samchai wins! Round 2, fight!
Right, we're both kind of sitting back here. Right, neutral jumping. Oh, using jumping heavy punch to stop the knee there, smart. Yeah, they're kind of dead even right now. Both of them are trying to throw off the other's game right here. Oh, it doesn't get the full combo off that jumping heavy kick. Okay, Vicky 1 point away from being stunned. Oh, trading crouching light kicks. That's great. Okay. This is kind of a tough situation to be in. Alright, Fireball's putting in work. Ah, that's gonna do it. Looks like Jacob Drag wins 2-1.
Samchai wins!
So congrats, Jacob Drag. This should put us into semifinals. It's going to be Golden Shades versus Thiago Almeida. Now, Thiago's unfamiliar to me, but he's been doing pretty well this bracket. Won his first set, so let's see how he does against Golden Shades.
Samchay. Round 1, fight!
Alright, and let's get into it. It looks like Golden Shade's taking a bit of damage from that throw now. Yeah, Tiago's doing really well so far. And that's going to kill, yeah. Pretty confident that SoCal there does more damage in the knee, but it doesn't knock down. So if it doesn't kill, then it's a little worse off. When it comes down to it, you'd definitely much rather have the Oki. Okay, Golden Shade's in a really dominant position here. Golden Shades is very good at carrying that momentum just to win the round off the bat. And reversal knee is going to take that.
Samchay wins!
This is going to be one of the faster paced sets of the tournament so far. Both of them jumping right at each other on round start. Makes a lot of sense, honestly. It's going to be a good way to prevent new shenanigans from happening. Oh, good backdash there, actually. Wow, gets the mix there to stun Golden Shades. Oh, throw punish? Yeah, that could kill. Yep. Good mash. Honestly, a very good game out the gate there. Tiago's going to be up 1. I can't really say Golden Shades did anything wrong there either. It was just kind of easy for things to you know, unravel with this character. Good block. Oh, and yeah, Tiago does knee later, so that's going to win out. And catches the jump back, I would assume.
Samchay wins! Round 2, fight!
Okay, Golden Shades gets thrown, actually, sorry. I mixed up who was what color. Dang, these fireballs are coming through. Golden Shades is pretty good at like varying up his timing and pressure in a way. Not that would have been really funny if they both stunned each other, I gotta admit. And crosses under. That is that might be P1 only. The trend is that player 1 usually has either easier or unique corner cross-ups. That's one of those things that, again, that's why I'm making a video on it down the line, is I want to break down exactly why that kind of stuff happens as best I can. All right, good knee. Wow, okay. Is it going to be? Right, that doesn't quite kill. Kind of resets the situation here. Golden Shades is still stuck in the corner, so he's got to do something quick. Nice. What a way to bring that back.
Samchay wins! Samchay. Round 1, fight!
Okay, beats the throw punish, not too bad. Okay, Golden Shades is up here. Yeah, just keeping his distance and throwing fireball. And gets the throw. Nice.
Samchay wins!
He just kind of sits back, hoping for Tiago to get desperate there, which he does. Oh, that's just 2 fireballs, and that's already a chunk of life. It's been all fireballs. Oh. Alright, is this going to be a perfect? Yeah, I don't think there was much he could have done there. He would have been forced to like reversal DP, and that's again a tricky input to do.
Perfect.
Very good set though, a 2-1. All right, gonna be 2 more. Gonna be Generic Soda versus Jacob Drag, and then winner versus Golden Shades. It turns out our seeding was pretty accurate. This is 2 versus 3, so this really could go either way.
Round 1, fight!
Right? Both of them just kind of throwing fireballs at each other. Generic Soda's taken a few hits already though. Yeah, looking to maybe bait the knee or the throw attempt, but gets hit regardless. Yeah, that was a little too far forward for the cross-up to connect. Something go wrong there? Because I... just happened. They said let's restart, so... not sure what's up.
Round 1, fight!
Hopefully no one having controller issues this late into the tournament. Okay, gets the throw punish. Oh, we are not mashing, yeah. I think at some point you have to figure like, yeah, if it's gonna hit you that often, you have to mash out.
Samchay wins! Round 2, fight!
How many hits was that? Was that 8 hits? Anyway, we're looking for something here. Unfortunately, sweep does not seem to be the answer. I will say, because of the unconventional DP input, it's a little hard for Samchay to anti-air conventionally. He pretty much only has like crouching heavy punch that's really reliable. Even like standing heavy kick can sometimes lose out to stuff that might surprise you. Jesus, man, he's dead. He's so dead. Oh.
Samchay wins!
Looks like that's 1 for Generic Soda.
Samchay, round 1, fight!
Okay, baits the knee. Oh my god. But yeah, the knee is a legit reversal. It's got like 6 frames or 7 frames of invincibility, so it's not a lot compared to some moves, but it'll get you out. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Jeez. 14 hits on that throw. I'm gonna keep talking about it until someone, you know, figures it out.
Samchay wins!
Yeah, you could be taking half as much damage there.
Fight!
There's not even really like ST holds where it's like you get the mix-up afterwards, and mashing might, for example, lose your charge. Because charge is fast in this game, and this was a different matchup, you'd still have time to charge after he finishes the throw. Right, throw punish. Yeah, Generic Soda's been pretty consistent about getting those, which is all the more reason it matters to mash it. Oh, let's go! Okay, only 3 fireballs. I think if you're like in Generic Soda's position, you want to keep that going, but actually no, he was down previously. Now he's up, so it doesn't really matter. You can sit back and throw fireballs if he has the space for it. I'm sticking, definitely. I mean, we're into that position. Nice. That is going to be a 2-0 for Generic Soda.
Samchay wins!
Nice. So Generic Soda moves on, and its finals is gonna be between Golden Shades and Generic Soda. This is still first to 2. And depending on how this goes, this might still be over before 5. Probably unlikely. Both these characters are pretty solid and willing to play defensively if they feel like it'll get them the win. There they go.
Round 1, fight!
Yeah, there's a good mash. Good mashing from both sides. You get about 4 or 5 hits. Okay, looks like that is Golden Shades on the classic green and Generic Soda on the gray Samchay. Okay, nice. Generic Soda looking to kind of crawl his way back here. It is going to be scary though with the weak spot just about to be popped here. Oh, knees through the fireball. Usually the forward version of knee doesn't go through those. That was very well timed. Oh no, the throw? Huh?
Draw.
No way. Actual draw. I have to clip that. It's so rare you see that happen, but it does in fact count a round win for both players. So that's going to speed things up a bit. A notable homogeneous clip has a double KO where they're both on their second round, or their one win. If you both double KO at the end, the game just says no and kicks you off. Both players have to pay up. I actually don't think we have an official ruling for what happens if that ever shows up. I think we just don't count it and replay the set because this game is that fast, or replay the game. Anyway, this is looking pretty good for Golden Shades here. Just throwing the fireball trap. Gets a trade there, but that's still good for him. Oh yeah, that's gonna be it.
Samchay wins! Samchay, round one, fight! Mato, 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 mato.
Yeah, even this with this, you know, this character with a very average seeming moveset, the two players can this can really show you like what kind of skills you can develop with this character. You can play defensively, you can learn how to consistently punish me with throw, you can, you know, just a small variation in your timing can make all the difference. And yeah, that knee recovers very quickly. So you keep seeing this situation where Soda's trying to sniff out something like a whip sweep or something to punish, and at least blocking the fireball in time. Oh, that throw just killed, like just barely did enough damage.
Samchay wins! Round two, fight! Mato, Tigo Go, Tigo Mato, Tigo Go, Tigo Go.
I really do like generic or Golden Shade's choice to backdash fairly often, just to kind of keep into the spacing where it's like fireball and heavy tiger knee are like useful. Oh, good frame trap there. Using that forward heavy kick command normal, which you don't see come out too often. And I think that's going to be the win. 2-0 for Golden Shades. All right, that's going to be it for the bracket. Once again, y'all, you can keep updated on my Blue Sky. I will post anytime I go live with Karnovember related stuff, any new videos and all that. I'm going to drop a link to the main thread where I posted all that. Also, do check out the Discord for this game if you'd like to, meet with people, ask questions and all that. But really well played to everyone. I'm going to raid over to a friend of the channel, Snake Man, who is doing a Extra Life charity stream. And I'll see you next week for a normal Karnov's Revenge bracket. No restrictions, no character bans, beginner only, none of that. Just a regular old bracket.